Baruch, good morning, Hag Sameach, and Chodesh Tov. We're just going to explain exactly how we did this morning's Kiryat Torah, in order that tomorrow when we do it again, we're all familiar with it. Kiryat Torah for Rosh Chodesh generally, as the Talmud tells us, always has 4 aliyot. Just to give us a little bit of a sequence. The sequence is regularly on Monday morning, Thursday morning, as well as Motzei Shabbat, Saturday night ends. We do 3 aliyot. That's the basic, most minimal requirement. Next would be on Rosh Chodesh, as well as Chol HaMoed, we would do 4 aliyot. So that's why it's Rosh Chodesh. On Yom Tov, we have 5 aliyot. On Yom Kippur, we have 6 aliyot. And on Shabbat, we have 7 aliyot. That's the general sequence the Talmud tells us about. Rosh Chodesh is, as we said, 4. Chanuka, as we've been seeing, we've been only doing 3 aliyot. So nevertheless, since it is still Rosh Chodesh, we'll maintain that tradition of having 4 aliyot. So now how do we break it up? Do we read Chanuka first? Do we read Rosh Chodesh first? There's another concept that we all know of. Tadir, Visheno Tadir, Tadir Kodem. Something which happens more often or always precedes the one that is an anomaly. Meaning, what happens more often? Chanuka or Rosh Chodesh? Rosh Chodesh happens more often, happens every single month. And Chanuka only happens 8 days, 1 month of the year. So whenever we need to choose, it's going to be one or the other. So then we take, let's say for Amidah of Musaf. Sometimes we have a Musaf, Rosh Chodesh on Shabbat. We're not going to do both Musaf of Shabbat and Rosh Chodesh. We're going to do the Musaf of Rosh Chodesh tweaked for Shabbat. But when we're going to have to do both, like this morning, we're going to have to read from 2 Sifrei Torah, from Rosh Chodesh as well as from Chanuka. We first do the Rosh Chodesh, because that is more common. And then we read the Chanuka. So how do we split it up? Instead of having 4 aliyot for Rosh Chodesh, we trim it down. We have 3 aliyot for Rosh Chodesh. And then the 4th aliyah is for Chanuka. No, it's tadir because it happens more often.
Yes,
Instead of having,
but why give you the 3 aliyot there?
because normally you have 4 aliyot. By Chanuka, we repeat the same aliyah, we split it into 2, and then we reread it. So anyways, there's only one portion that is needed. So therefore again, we have 3 aliyot for Rosh Chodesh. The 4th aliyah is for Chanuka. The reason why we did not, as we normally do, normally in between every single Sefer Torah that we read, we make a Kaddish. This morning there was no Kaddish recited in between the first Sefer Torah and the second Sefer Torah. The reason for this being is because since today anyways there was supposed to be 4 aliyot read, then we only make the Kaddish once those 4 are completely read. Yes, we are switching from Sefer Torah to Sefer Torah. The rationale would tell us make a Kaddish in between. However, the poskim tell us that since we have a quota to fill, it's not like we're doing 4 plus 1. Since we're doing 3 and 1, since we have a quota of 4 to fill anyways, that's why there's no Kaddish in between. So now we'll be nice and clear, B'ezrat Hashem, for tomorrow, the 7th day of Chanukah. We're going to have 3 aliyot for Rosh Chodesh, and the 4th aliyah will be reading the 7th day of Chanukah. Please don't forget to insert Ya'aleh V'Yavo, as well as Ala Nisim in Shacharit, Mincha, Arvit, as well as in our Birkat Hamazon. B'ezrat Hashem. Tonight, Mincha Arvit.